What's up, everybody? It's Angel. I'm actually just doing a little trial run with the mukbang thing because I'm not really one that likes to eat in front of people, but I said I would try it just to see if I have the nerve and just actually post it and see what response it gets. I don't have like a huge amount of food like I know mukbangs are supposed to be where you eat a lot of food, and I'm not ready for that. This is just like a trial run. So I just got some little Chick-fil-A nuggets and my little spicy chicken, and I got some potato wedges from Albertsons because I love their potato wedges. And I didn't want to do a lot, so that's. And I just have some buffalo, sweet baby Ray's buffalo, and I'm actually using ranch from some food that I had last night because the ranch was really good and waste not, won't not. So, I'm going in. So, one thing that I see has been going around the internet is everything about Jill Scott, and people are a little upset about what she posted, and some people are upset at the people that are upset about it. I don't really care one way or the other because people are who they are, and they're going to do what makes them happy. And while there's some people who might feel like sex is private and it should be kept in the bedroom, there's people that don't feel that way. There's people that feel like do whatever you want to do in public or in private is what you want to do. Well, I think why people are so bothered is because the fact that sometimes when you follow certain artists, you follow their career, you can sometimes feel like we sometimes have a tendency to put them on a pedestal, like this imaginary pedestal where they can do no wrong. And then when they do something that we don't like, we feel some type of way about them. We look at them different. But that's because people put so much faith and so much trust in people. And you're going to always be disappointed when you do that. I'm just saying, if it's not your family or close friend, you shouldn't be putting that much trust in them and following them to the point where everything that they do, you analyze and you're hurt by it if it's not something that you would do. With that being said, I'm not a judge of anybody's moral character. So, do what you want to do. But I think that with sometimes we can get so caught up in, well, this person is this to us and this person is that to us, and well, you can't be that caught up because you might get disappointed. If you start trusting in somebody so much in what they do, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Because people are people. And they're going to do what they want to do. And whether you like it or not, people aren't going to change who they are for you. Because you buy their music or you like them as a person, they're just not going to change who they are. And we really can't ask people to change who they are, especially people who aren't close family members or anything like that. We can't really say, oh, stop doing this or stop doing that or don't do that. I don't like that. Well, some artists do take criticism and they make changes based on the criticism that they receive, but not many do. And so we can't, really judge anybody. We can't judge anybody. We can, but we shouldn't because we're not the judge or the jury. So for us to be upset because somebody does something that we consider tasteless, well, that's what it is. That's like I said, when you hold somebody to such high regard, they don't know you holding them to that regard. they're on stage, they're performing, they're doing what they want to do. If you don't like it, don't buy their music. Stop following them. But you can't get mad at those people that do like what they do or don't, because we all have an opinion. So we can't force our opinion on anybody else. You can voice it. But the reason I'm talking about this is because I notice a lot of people being very mean um, on social media all the time. We all notice it. I mean, it's nothing new, but it's like these personal attacks on a person. Like they go and look at a person's page and then they start judging them and talking about their kids and making fun of their family and that kind of stuff. And it's like, grow up. Stop being childish. We don't need to treat each other that way just because we hide behind a computer, because the majority of people that do that kind of stuff, if they saw you in person, they wouldn't say a word. They would be too scared to even look at you. And yes, I understand that you're on the social media and you have a right to your opinion. But when you start personally attacking people, and I've said this before, it gets to be too much. It's like, what's up with the personal attacks? You don't need to attack my family. You don't need to attack me. Because just like you have your opinion, I have mine. And you don't need to come for me because I didn't send for you. And if you see me and you said something crazy to me, well, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it alone. But some people have a tendency to just run their mouths too much. And I'm not a violent person, but there are people that you say something crazy to them, they will catch you outside of social media and hurt you. So why put yourself in harm's way because you have an opinion about something that differs from somebody else's, and you feel so strongly about your opinion that you attack somebody personally on social media, and they're taking it personal. I don't take anything personal that people can say about me or will say about me, because you don't know me. You're not related to me. You know nothing about me. If you like my videos, you like them. If you don't, you don't. If you subscribe, so you subscribe. I appreciate it. But if you want to inbox me and say crazy stuff and come to me on other social media platforms talking crazy, I'm not here for it. I'm not even going to pay it any mind. I'm going to ignore you and block you. So do it if you want. But, anyways, with that being said, I just, I had a lot of people, we were talking about that, and about Jill Scott. And I like her music. I mean, we all know that her music has always been more sexual in nature. If you really listen to the lyrics, you know that it's sexual. So some of the songs, you just pass by it. I mean, I've never bought an album that she made. I've bought her singles before and I've listened to it on the radio, but I don't, I feel like this. If you don't like her music, then, or you don't appreciate what she did on stage, then don't listen to her music and don't buy her music if that's the way you feel. But y'all going in on each other on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, y'all really going in on each other, and it's like, calm down. Calm down. Because it ain't that serious. Because Jill ain't paying none of y'all. Whether you like her or not, she ain't paying you. So leave it alone. Don't argue and fight with each other about it, because it's really crazy. Because we have so many other crazy things happening in the world that we don't really need to even be focusing on dumb stuff. We need to be paying attention to what's happening around us. We all know a lot of crazy stuff happening. Crazy stuff. How they gonna give me one pickle? See, this Chick-fil-A, oh, it's two. I don't even want them now. Got all weird, but I'm pouring this ranch on my spicy chicken. This ranch was so good. I like restaurants ranch because I know they mix it themselves, so they do a lot of good stuff with it. That's a good. Mm. This is actually my first time having a Chick-fil-A spicy chicken. It's good. For those of you who know me or follow me or whatever on social media, um, I've been doing keto since May, and I'm down about 45 pounds. I could be down more, but I've had too many treat days. I don't call them cheat days, I call them treat days. Like today is a treat day, and it shouldn't be, but it is. So I'm gonna have to go work out after this. But um, it's been hard. Sometimes it's been kind of hard, but for the most part, it's been pretty good. I've tried to stay consistent. I fell off a few days, especially with moving. We moved in September, and that was like such a dramatic turn of events. I'm glad it's over. Um, Trying to chew with my mouth closed and not smack because I don't knock anybody's hustle. I'm knocking what you do, but the excessive smacking, oh my God. I understand it's for like the ASMR channel or whatever. I can't do it. I cannot. I've always been a person who cannot stand to see people chew with their mouth open and the smacking. It doesn't make me dislike them, it just makes me dislike the way they eat. And I understand they eat that way for the ASMR effect or whatever, but from what I understand, there's YouTube channels that are dedicated just to that. But I'm a little confused on if the mukbang and the ASMR are the same thing because I don't know. Um, but yeah, eating on camera for me is new because I'm like real self conscious of the ranch running off my mouth and stuff, and trying not to smack and slurp. This is a little spicy for me, so I might drool a little bit. That's gross. And I'm kind of a funny eater because I love pickles, but I won't eat them on my food. I want them on the side. So, anyways, that's just me. But um, another thing I kind of wanted to touch on is people just being unnecessarily mean. And I feel like I follow B Love, Prissy P. Um, I think her name is Q. Really cute girl, got a cute sister and little niece. I follow them, and I follow a few other people that do the mukbangs and that I guess have ASMR, but I don't really watch the ASMR. I follow a few people because it's I don't know why it's interesting. I don't know if it's interesting to anybody else to watch people eat large amounts of food, but it is interesting to me because when I see some of these people and they're so tiny and they eat like that, B Love can eat a lot, and I'm like, where did this little tiny woman? Because she's tiny. Um, where does she put all that food? But she puts it away. She don't be playing. But as I'm watching videos, just like anybody else, I read through the comments, and the comments are just so mean. It's like the personal attack on people's family and their weight. And one thing I'm gonna say, because I'm a big girl, we know we're big. We don't need you to tell us that we're big and oh, you shouldn't be eating that, eat this, eat that. Mind your own business. If you don't like the way I look, you don't like my videos, then don't watch it. But your nonsense comments, you're wasting your time. And what you don't know about people, you don't know people's personal lives. So you don't know that a person may be trying to work on their weight. But of course, I know for some people, YouTube is their income, is their source of income. So they do these videos to make money. A lot of them, this is their full time job. For me, it's not. Um, I would like to see if I could generate some income from it, but it's not something that I'm gonna get so engrossed in that it takes away from my life because I have a pretty busy life. I have a family. I work full time. I have a ministry. I have different things that I do in my life. So for me, when I have time to sit down, I'll do a video. But um, I can't make it I wouldn't probably would make any money because I know people don't necessarily probably everybody's doing this, so I ain't doing nothing new. But one thing, it's just don't be you don't have to be hateful towards people. And I know there's internet trolls that just sit on the internet and all they do is troll people all day long. Trolling, talking trash, being rude. That's what they do. They're miserable. They ain't got nothing going on. That's what they do. For me, I'm a mover. I'm always going. I'm always out because I don't really like to just sit at home. Because for me, when I have too much time to just sit, I can feel depressed and start to really not want to just sit. So I go. But I'm never gonna sit on the internet and troll people would be mean. I'm not a mean person. I don't like mean people. I don't really like mean people. I don't like people that feel it's their duty to be mean. Like that's all they do. They log on in the morning, maybe after they had their breakfast, and they just start going in on people. And it's like, really, the time it takes you to be negative and angry, you could just not say anything at all. Because some people just really can't be positive. And so they say crazy stuff, they do crazy stuff. Sorry, I know the teeth sucking is gross, but I gotta get that out. But they can't be positive. They just can't. So they spend their energy being negative. Well, like I said, it takes more energy to be negative and to be hateful. So I would much rather just not say anything if I can't be positive. I don't want to say anything. People do what they do. And like I heard a lot of people saying that a couple of the mukbangers are money hungry and all they think about is money. And listen, we all have families to support. And those of us that don't have families, we have to support ourselves. But either way, we all basically want the same things in life. We want to have a decent place to live, clothes on our back, and food to eat. Excuse me. And we want to be happy. Some people base their happiness on money. Some don't. My happiness isn't based on money. But that doesn't mean that I have the right to tell somebody else that they shouldn't want to make money, that they shouldn't want certain things. I'm not an extravagant person, so I'm not trying to have, a bunch of cars and homes and all that. I'm comfortable just having a roof over my head. It could be a rental home, that's fine. I don't care. As long as I have a roof over my head and I don't have to sleep outside and I can provide a roof for my children and for my family, that's really all I want. Um, but I think it's messed up to attack somebody's character because they're trying to make money. Because if a person is using YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever as their income source, they have to do those videos constantly. They have to. I know for a fact they have to do so many ads and different things throughout the day to generate income, because if they don't, they're not making money. So that's how they do it. They don't work a 9 to 5. But to follow them and to judge them and lambaste them because they, you know, um, maybe talk about money or something, you need to stop. Because we all need to make money in this world. Unfortunately, we all have to have a place to live. Most of us want a car to drive. We don't want to have to catch the bus or Uber everywhere or Lyft. So stop being mad at people because they're trying to make money. Because they have a certain lifestyle that they want to keep. And it's funny because celebrities can endorse products all day long and whatever, and everybody's just all over them. Oh, they so great. But let a regular person start endorsing some products or something, they got to be called money hungry or they got to be called greedy. And that's ridiculous because We all need to make it. We all need to survive. And we know that the way we survive in this world is to be able to take care of ourselves. And unfortunately, I know I've said this, we have to have money to take care of ourselves. We can't just sit back and not work, not make money. Sure, some of us choose to make money in ways that might not be the best, but it is what it is. But I don't see the harm in someone choosing to do YouTube or whatever as their income source. If they have the time to do it, go for it. I don't feel that they're money hungry. I don't feel that I have the right to judge or knock their hustle because we all got to make it. Man, I'm eating too slow doing this talking stuff. So normally I ain't proud of it, but I inhale my food because I don't like for my food to get cold. When I see people doing these mukbangs, I notice some people have like a hot plate. That's a good idea because it keeps your food warm. Because I'm sitting up here, this sandwich is getting cold, so I gotta hurry up and eat this because it's gonna be nasty. But I just think that people need to be nicer because you don't know what a person is going through, and not everybody has developed a thick skin and can take criticism and can take not even it's not even constructive. Most of the time, people are just being mean. How can you look at somebody's video and maybe they're doing a husband and wife thing? How can you look at their video and say, "Oh, they marriage ain't happy"? How you know? You live with them. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know how they feel. You don't know anything. You're just judging based off of seeing them sitting there eating. And for the most part, from what I've seen, a lot of these people, they're not talking, they're eating. And if they're talking, they're talking about food. They're not necessarily talking about what's going on in their marriage. So where's your judgment coming from? Your judgment is coming from a place of just assuming, because you're looking at maybe a couple that you feel like one person is more attractive than the other one, and you feel like, oh, they can't possibly be happy, but you don't know. So mind your own business and worry about your own relationship and watch the video and leave it at just the video. People need to stay out of other people's personal business because from what I see, these people don't put their personal business on their videos. They talk about things that maybe they have going, business ventures, things like that. They're not talking about their own marriage and what's going on in their life. So for you to make an assumption, it is just that, it's an assumption and it's not fair. So learn to be fair because that's too much to be talking about somebody's marriage. I have nothing to do with nobody's marriage but my own. And ain't none of us perfect. So a lot of people on the internet and all over the world got a lot to learn. Because ain't none of us perfect. And if you walking around thinking that you fart rainbows and you walk on air, you need a reality check. Because it ain't like that. So we really need to get it together and stop being mean and stop being hateful to each other. Stop spending our energy being a hater. And yes, I said hater because there are people that are just truly haters. They hate everything and they hate everybody. And they hate themselves though. That's the real issue, is they hate themselves. They just have a hateful spirit and they want everybody to have one. And everybody don't have a hateful spirit. I used to be one of those people that always pass judgment. Not that I have anything to judge anybody about, but I was always critical of people. And it's not nice because what do I have to be critical? Why am I so critical of other people? Work on you. Work on yourself and stop being critical of other people, especially people that you follow on social media. You don't need to be critical of these people and what they're doing. Is so easy to unsubscribe, unlike, unfollow, unfriend, whatever. You don't have to just be following people to be a hater. So get it together. And the only reason why I'm touching on this is because it just really bothers me. Like, I'm that person, I don't like to see people be mistreated. I don't feel like anyone that's just trying to do something good to help themselves deserves to be mistreated. I don't feel that way. And I feel like if you are that person that's always saying something mean to somebody, you need help because you got a problem. They don't have a problem. You have a problem because you're a mean person. And you have a ugly, mean spirit. And you need to work on that ugly, mean spirit that you have because you don't need to be insulting people and talking about people's kids. And some of the comments, it's like, ooh. See, I would turn commenting off because some of the comments, it's like, okay, regardless of how you feel about somebody's children or about them, don't attack their children. Don't attack their family. Because as a mother, I love my sons. And that would make me want to go to war with you for you to attack my children. So for me, I just feel like leave people's kids out of it. Feel how you want to feel, but leave their kids out of it. Leave their husbands and wives out of it. And just like I said, stop being so critical because what are you doing? What are you doing that's so much better than what they're doing? You sitting up watching their YouTube video, running your blood pressure up because you mad about how they do things. And you mad because maybe that's how they generate their money. You want to call them money hungry, but no, they're not money hungry. They're earning their living. That's what they do. So stop being so critical. That's just what I wanted to say because that bothers me. I don't like that. And I know I'm not the only one that dislikes that negative, critical attitude about everything that somebody do. They gotta be saying something crazy. And I'm already full, like seriously. And I have like 4 potato wedges, maybe 5 in this sandwich and these nuggets. I'm full, so I don't know how the and I haven't ate today. This is the first food I'm putting in my mouth of this food. I'm already full, so I don't know about doing no mukbang where I'm eating 60 chicken nuggets or um a whole like 12 pieces of chicken or something at one time. I think it would make me sick. Because one thing that I do when I eat, I'll eat a little bit at first, and if I'm not full, I'll eat more, and then I'll wait because I know once I'm full, I'm done. But then maybe a few hours later, I'll go back and eat some more. But I don't know these people doing these mukbangs, they go in on some food, and I'm like, wow, how do you do it? Do you drink a lot of water before, like to stretch your stomach out? Like, how do you do it? Like, give me some comments on what I should do. No, I'm just playing, but I'm gonna get out of here because I'm full, and I think everybody has probably done hearing me ramble. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share. And everybody enjoy your weekend. Be safe, and I'll talk to y'all later.